Hi friends, welcome to another video, and today again it's very hot outside. It's over 30 degrees Celsius and we still need to train our working dogs, because what happens when I don't work my dogs every day, they're used to do that. They will get crazy at home, they will get annoying, they want to work, they want to do something, and that's a problem when it's hot outside. So what I'm just gonna do today is in preparation for my BH trial with my young dog, with my young ex-herder puppy. He's now around 13 months, I think. I'm just gonna practice a little bit some things out of that trial. So I'm picking up some things out of the trial, and here you can see that's the whole idea what we have to do. That's all the exercises in German, what we need to do. For example, we need to take 50 steps, then we make a U-turn, and then we make some changes, and the right corner, left corner, again a U-turn, and so on. Then we go through the group and so on and so on. So what I did today is I'm just gonna made up my BH training field, which is basically 2 by 2 square meters, and I'm just gonna train those exercises in that aquarium. And for example, when it says okay, we have 50 steps, we just take the place we have here, that's 2-3 meters. I'm just gonna practice the heeling exercise, just gonna walk, and when I'm all the way through, I'm just gonna practice the U-turn. And again, I have some space where I can go through the group. So these things here I can use as a group. One time in the group, the dog has to be between the person and myself. So one time the dog is between us, and one time the dog is exactly on the opposite side of the person, let's say. This is something I can practice. So normally in the BH you walk like an 8. So one time the dog is inside, and on the other side dog is outside. So this you can practice. Or other things you can try, or you can train with that. So here you see we have like a square. You can exercise the left corner. When you see okay, this is the corner, you walk and do the left corner. And also you can do the same thing on the other side with the right corner. So we take this as our corner, we walk, do a right corner and right turn. And this is also something we can practice. On the same side, we can practice the sit and the down and the calling in front. So we don't need to walk 50 steps, we don't need the whole training field. All we need is our aquarium that's like 2 by 2 square meters. So how that will basically look like today, I'm gonna show you in a minute. All right, so the first thing what we're gonna do today is we're just gonna try a little bit the heeling. Starting position, Fuß, Fuß. Now we walk, we do a U-turns, and we're gonna practice the starting position. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start with the starting position. Fuß. Make eye contact, and then we start walking. Fuß. We have our small aquarium. We do the U-turn. One more time. And we reward that. So as you see, we don't need to walk 50 steps to practice the heeling. We don't need to do 50 steps to practice the U-turn. And all we need is our small, I call this type of area an aquarium. It's just 2 by 2 meters, and that's normally all we need. So other things we can practice here are, for example, like I said before, left and right turns. What I'm gonna show you now. Fuß. Gonna do a left turn. One more time, left turn. One more time, left turn. One more time, left turn. When the dog does it good, I just click and reward with the ball. And this is also something, wow, that was close. So this is also something you can do right around those sticks. So you always have a perfect left turn, left corner, and the same thing we're going to do on the right side. So again, same thing with the right turn. Fuß. Gonna do right turn, again, right turn. Same thing here, right turn, and again, right turn. And as you can see, the right turn is something I have to work on a little bit because it gets a little bit far away from me, but this is no problem. All right, we just start again, starting position, and now we're just gonna practice walking through the group. And as I said before, one time the dog has to be between me and the person, and on the other turn he has to be on the outside. So we basically walk like an 8. Über, Fuß, Fuß. So first the dog is on the inside, take this one here, and on the other person he's on the outside. And as you see, this is basically like an 8. Do it one more time because the right turn was not so good. Jawohl. You see, this time it was better, but his ass is a little bit outside, so that's something I have to work on the right side turns. So last but not least, we have the sit and the down command and the sitting in front. So, Fuß. What I'm just gonna do is just gonna walk a little bit. Fuß. Jawohl. Do the U-turn. Sitz. Tell the dog to sit down. Just gonna walk away from the dog. And there you also have to do different things. Sometimes you walk back, sometimes you reward when your dog sits down. Sometimes you wait a little bit longer, sometimes shorter. So always mix it up so the dog doesn't know what is coming next. Then on sign of the judge, you go back to your dog. Dog has to sit down. When he sits down, I reward him and he gets his reward. So the last thing we have is the down command and the sitting in front. So we're just gonna practice the down command. Platz. Dog lays down on the down command, and here's the same thing. So point of criticism is that the dog's not laying straight, so this is also something I have to work on. But here again, also do some variations. Sometimes go back to your dog, reward in position for holding the down, and sometimes you call him. So always mix that up. Dog's laying down. Now I'm just gonna call him. Here. And he's good in the front position. He needs to come a little bit more towards me without touching me. So basically some small things I have to work on for the BH trial, but today it's too hard and I think we did a good job. The dog's happy, he's not too exhausted, he's not in danger, so everything's pretty good and everyone is happy. All right, if you liked the video and if you want to see more of my training videos, I will link you some videos in the playlist here and here. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to write it down in the comments, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye bye.